Howdy. Let me get configured here. I'll tell you about the chaos here in a minute. Oh, Lordy. All right. Let me fix this just a tad bit. Oh, my gosh. I know what you're thinking. Should have done had this figured out. I kid you not. I should probably stall a minute or two. Look at my fingers. That's the kind of stuff I'm dealing with right now. But, matter of fact, originally, when I had the original broadcast scheduled, I was going to ask people if StreamYard was still really staticky, because it has been lately. And every time I do a video, let me try to move this tripod just a tad bit closer. I got a fire pit in between us, so you got to work with me, people. Yeah, so anyway, StreamYard's been a mess, a hot mess lately. Unfortunately, I invested $44.95 for 30 days. That has been giving me nothing but hardship and headaches. But look at that. That's kind of what I'm dealing with. I don't know if you can see that. I can't even. I can see people are commenting, or somebody has commented. Just can't see it from this distance. But let me get up here and see if it's all my stream or. Hi, Melinda Dobson. All right, so it's a crazy day. I decided, last minute this morning, I'm gonna go camping. Came back to Carrick Lake North, and I have done absolutely nothing today because the weather was so hot, humid, and muggy. I'm trying to stay my vocal in fluctuation, or whatever you want to call it, directly towards the camera, because when I watch the replays of StreamYard, for some reason they're not working too well. But I decided, yeah, I'm going to come up here. The weather forecast when I booked the reservation looked great. Then it turned to crap after I paid. Naturally, go figure. And then it got better. And then it turned to crap again. It's like, I don't know if you can hear all the birds chirping. That's kind of a good sound. But so I had, good amount of food. I always buy more than I need, which is probably not good on my part. But sure as heck, I had everything out here staged, ready for the little fire pit, and I had a little citronella candle right here, the fire starter, all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, when I saw the weather was turning, I kind of threw everything in the van, and now I can't find any fire source. I probably had 300 matches in there, a lighter. I don't know how many of these self-igniting fire starters, but yeah, I'm sorry, I keep turning my head. Probably shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, so anyway, so I was just watching some YouTube and just killing time. My phone won't charge, so I probably won't have much time to talk on here tonight. Hopefully it charges overnight. Last night I slept with the fan running the entire night just so I could have air conditioning because it was so hot and muggy and humid. And I have a feeling that tonight, well, I don't have a feeling. I know I can't do that tonight due to, finances and whatnot. Hopefully, because of this rain shower we got, it'll be a little less uncomfortable. But even though, like, I came out here today and it's like miserable with humidity and stuff like that, it's so great just to be away from a truck stop, just to be out here in nature and just watch. It's so cool. Like, what's so cool is literally going to the bathhouse, the restrooms over there. It's air conditioning, so it's like that's my little moment of relief going to the bathhouse. So still can't see the comments from where I'm sitting, but yeah, man, I'm so filthy just from trying to reach in there. I bought firewood. This is crazy. Last week I paid $12.99 for firewood bundle of, I don't know, like eight pieces. Today I bought a bundle at Northern Tool for like $7.99. It wasn't as large of a bundle, but at least it was $7.99. I'm glad I didn't spend more money because I pretty much got rained out. I can't even start the damn thing anyway. So it is what it is, I guess, you know. I did put some batteries in this lantern. Oh, I don't know about, maybe I'll turn this off for a little while. Hold on. I probably ought to turn this off for a minute. Okay, let me turn that off until I absolutely need to use that. But yeah, so I'm pissed because I got this food that requires heat. I got chicken and country ribs and stuff like that. I can't cook. I can't find the heat source because it's been raining. So I threw the live back on. You know, if I didn't do the live, I probably could have found the heat source, but or the ignition source is probably a better word. But yeah, so now I'm not too freaking happy because I was going to do cut zucchinis, cut squash with some olive oil and some seasoning in a foil pack. And I was going to do some asparagus in a foil pack with the same thing, same seasonings, olive oil. And I had the pork and the chicken. So I probably wasn't going to do both, to be honest with you. But probably going to do the pork. Here I am. There's my meal for tonight. Friskies party mix. That's right. Social Security sucks. I got to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? But here we are, out in the wild, trying to live. There's only about one. I think there's only one, two, three, four, five other campers out here again. That's why I like coming out here on Sundays because it's not too congested. I'm at site number 9 again. I tried to get site number 8, but there was somebody had it reserved for a very long time, like 2 days or a week or whatever. Let me show you something that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it. Let me pick up the tripod. Work with me, people. Work with me. Can you see that? American flag. I put that up there about 2-3 months ago. It's still sitting there. That's pretty damn funny. Not funny, but it's cool. I mean, it's like, yeah, that's pretty funny. It's mounted on a circle hook, circle fishing hook. Somebody put it into the bark. And when I came out here the first time, I didn't have any idea how I was going to mount a flag, and all of a sudden it was there. In fact, there was also, let me double check one thing here real quick. I'll tell you. Yeah, right above it. I don't know if you can see it. There's a like a almost like a U-shaped bracket, like an L-shaped bracket almost. I guess you would hang like a garden flag off of it. It's right above it. So I've been wanting to get one of those American flag, you know, garden things that hang off of it. But it's so cool to see that that's still standing through all the storms we've had and stuff like that. But let me move on to some updates, happenings on the channel. Good news and bad news. I wouldn't say bad news, but um, I hit a pretty good stretch there for a while. The channel was growing. I was getting a lot of subscribers. When I say for a while, it was like for two weeks or so, whatever it was. The last few days haven't been too good as far as subscriber count. I get it. That's to deal with content. I can't believe how dirty I am. has to do with content and subject matter and stuff like that. But I'm enjoying the ride. I did check something today that was pretty cool. I checked my lifetime views on the YouTube channel, this very terrible YouTube channel, and it was 550,000 lifetime views. That was kind of cool. I don't care how you get there. You get there, you get there. You know what I mean? But so here I am, trying to live the dream, best dream a homeless person can have. You know what I mean? So at times I do think like I at least I have the ability to be homeless and go out and explore cool places like this. Uh, I'm reflecting on what the camp host said about a week ago. He said, "What do you do? You travel around, from place to place." The way he said it was obviously he felt I was homeless, and I was like, "Him, like, yeah, man, yeah, I go to work like normal people during the week, but on weekends, yeah, I try and go to campgrounds." It was kind of insulting, but it is what it is. He asked, I answered, and so man, I see some people that are from site number 8 over here walking their dog. Uh, I may ask them if I can borrow a lighter or something to ignite this fire, and because I'm gonna be pretty pissed if I waste all this money again. I'm like financially hurting this week, like really bad. I don't know how I'm gonna make it till Friday. I'm not asking for money. I'm just stating the fact. And the guy that borrowed the money hasn't, it's not a lot of money, but it could help me, basically for 2 days. So now here I am, reserved the campground. It rained all day, and but it's still beautiful, man. I'm so glad it cleared up right now, and here we are outdoors. Uh, I'm just trying to chill. There's so much I want to say. I totally forgot about. Yeah, when you get a chance, if you want to watch my channel, you can see I've done a couple of videos recently about Jason Johnson. He's now an officially published author. I did I did a reading from his back page of his book called 1 Mile at a Time, and then I did a little bit of a reading today for chapter 1. I'm not a very good reader, linguist, but I'm trying to do my part to help him out in the book sales, and it took a lot of courage to share what he's done. So he's out here trying to help. What's crazy? I've had this is weird. I probably haven't had a leg cramp in any form or fashion in probably 5 to 10 years. Almost every night here lately, not every night, I'd say probably every other night, I've been getting these real bad spasms, either in my calves, either one, or my hamstring. And it usually happens about 3 in the morning, and it hurts like hell. I've gone through them when I was younger, but it hurts really bad. So, it, you know, most people are going to say it's due to lack of potassium or you're not hydrated enough. And I believe the not hydrated part is probably the cause. Um, I don't drink enough water, but it's been pretty horrific. And it's crazy when you're, at my age, knowing that you're probably in the checkout lane coming sometime soon. You I don't know how to experience a stroke. So I kept thinking when these were happening, like, is this a precursor to a stroke? Am I about to seriously be messed up for the rest of my life or perish? But nope, I'm still here to torment you guys. Uh, yeah, it's trying. Originally, the reason I chose this time slot because Jason Johnson normally would do a live. I'm so apologetic because I was actually prepared. Then the weather changed, and then I became very unprepared, as you can see. Um, One thing I do want to tell you, really, really cool for me, like um, almost like a check mark on my to-do list was I went to Jay, Florida today. A little bit of a detour before I came this way to Baker, Florida, to this campground, and I was able to visit the Bigfoot Crossing campground and the eatery. And just reminded me of another story I didn't get to achieve today. But anyway, so I go out there and I remember through previous research that they open at 11 a.m. And it was probably like, I don't know, like 10:15ish maybe or something like that. And so I was just out front taking pictures, and this really cool guy sees me. I see him, waving to me, and comes over and starts talking to me. Forgive me if I don't remember his name correctly. I want to say it's Ray Butler or Roy Butler. I could be wrong, but I had so much going through my brain at the time that I really didn't focus. He did tell me twice, and that's probably my bad. But really cool guy. He was telling me all this stuff. He's like, "Come on in, take pictures inside." I'm like, "Well, I don't think you have until 11." He goes, "No, no, it's okay. We're all in here. Just come in." Really welcoming place. So I took a bunch of pictures. I probably took 10 or 11, 12 pictures, and I uploaded some to the community page, but apparently not all of them uploaded. And I tried to share, some other ones with friends in chat. For whatever reason, they're not uploading. I had major phone issues, uh, but it was really cool meeting those people. Very, very nice people. I mean, honestly, the nicest people in the world. And the lady I spoke about last week, or whatever it was, earlier in the week, whatever it was, Chelsea, she was there. Super cool lady. Yeah, I'm excited for. Listen to this. This is so crazy. So he kind of knew, I mentioned briefly, and I guess maybe he heard through the grapevine or whatever, that I have a YouTube channel, and um, so he says, "Yeah, man, come on in. We can do a podcast in here, from the dining room or whatever." And I was kind of concerned about the music, He goes, "No, we shut that off. Don't worry about it. You can do it." Really cool. He wasn't even the owner. Uh, he was the husband of a lady that works there. I'm not sure if she's a relative of the owner, but he apparently he's a retired firefighter and really cool dude. Really cool dude. But he does a lot of like helping out on weekends, and it was just so cool to hear him say, "Come on in, yeah, you can do a podcast here. We'll set off the music, whatever you want." It's just really, really cool. Uh, Very welcoming. I mean, you don't find that in today's times generally. But so yeah, I hope by the end of the month I can do a podcast there. Uh, I need to do a couple little upgrades. Uh, Jason Johnson gifted me a while back a really nice. I think it's called a Yeti microphone system. That worked really well, and I was having a problem with my headset cord connection, as you're probably having problems now listening to me. But So I'm hoping to have that rectified. He also donated a little, what do you call those little cameras I used to place behind my laptop, and that worked really, really well for a long time. So I think the camera portion that plugs into the laptop's okay. I think the microphone's okay. I just need to dig it out of the back of the van. Hopefully it's still okay. I think the headset was the problem, and so I may need to figure that all out before I try and do a live professional podcast. It'd be really cool because I did not meet the owner. I would love to meet the owner and listen to his encounter, visual encounter, where apparently right in that area he saw a Bigfoot crossing the road at some point in time. I don't know if it was like 5 years ago, 20 years ago, or whatever, but it's a real, real thick, dense wooded area right behind there. And I was able to take a brief look at uh, the campground and construction behind the Bigfoot restaurant, and it's still it's a a little bit of a work in progress, and but they're running into problems with the state or the county with permitting and stuff like that. Like the guy, Mr. Butler, told me their little retention drainage area wasn't deep enough, so they got to dig that deeper, or did dig it deeper, whatever it is. But I guess there's a little bit of hiccups going along with that. Uh, I will say honestly that from what I could see, just at a quick glance from around the corner, it did look like the campsites would be kind of like close together, but none of them were paved, no asphalt or no concrete pads yet. It was pretty much looked like they were still in the process of trying to install like the plumbing, like the water to each site. I think I did perhaps see electric being run. I don't know, to be honest with you, but I can tell you in all sincerity, uh, it looked like there was no shade currently, but that's okay, man. When you're just popping through for a day or two or a night or two, you can deal with it. You know what I mean? I did not see any fire rings yet, but like I said, it was very, very. It's still very preliminary for what their plans are. So there may be a lot that I don't know about. So I'm not trying to knock them down a peg. Just trying to shoot it to you real. But oh, what else can I tell you about today? Uh, that portion was really, really cool. Really cool. I mean, that was just them allowing me to go. Literally, I was getting ready to leave. Oh, there was one other thing I want to tell you about. Remind me to tell you about the fish. Uh, but yeah, just for them to come out and literally invite me in probably 45 minutes before their opening. They have this tremendous seafood buffet that they do on the weekend. My finances were not permitting me to partake in any type of buffet, even the regular buffet, which is only $17.99, because I already invested in the food that is now probably drowning in my cooler because I can't find an ignition source for this campfire. So that pretty much sucks. I may eat some cold zucchini and squash, just crunch it the way it is, not non-cooked. I don't know if that's harmful or not. We're going to find out. But yeah, let me tell you about the fish. Sometimes I'm a fish out of water, my friends. I go to Rollo Seafood in Milton, Florida. I'm there about 8:25 in the morning. I'm so excited because I've got this really cool idea for a video related to fishing that I'm going to do, and I just had this grand vision. I already kind of planned for it, and literally probably like 8:58 in the morning, because I thought they opened at 9. I have decided to check their Facebook page. They don't open until 10 on Sunday. So I was like, oh hell, I'm getting out of here. I'm not waiting around. I already sat there for like a half hour. So I'm like, I run down to Northern Tool, get the firewood, take the long way to the campground where I am right now to visit the Bigfoot place, and here we are. Another failed day, another failed video, probably with failed audio. This is what we do, my friends. We just try. All you can do is keep trying. Uh, yeah, if you get a chance, if you want to buy Jason Johnson's book, his paperback book on Amazon called 1 Mile at a Time, it's $9.99 on Amazon. Uh, I do not remember the ebook price on Amazon, but it is available on the ebook. And so that's kind of cool. I personally like looking at hard copies. You know what I mean? Like I say hard or softback, soft paperback, whatever you want to call it. It's just kind of like that's the type of learner I am. I just if I had to squint down on my little tiny Android, I probably would have zero interest in that personally. Some people have the bigger, the iPhones or the iPads and all that stuff. But I don't have all that. I don't even have a freaking ignition source for this campfire. So anyway, I may have to go over and try and mooch from the people that are walking their dog, see if I can borrow a lighter or matches or something, and embarrass myself one more time in life. But yeah, so if you guys have any interesting stories to share, feel free to hit me up. I did share one or two things on my community page. I was like, I haven't done much of it lately, to be honest with you. Sharing new channels or new cool things. I believe we should all support each other in some fashion. And so that's that. I just super bummed out. When I wake up in the morning, this is just me. I'm so antsy. I'm so antsy. I'm so nervous that my van's going to break down. When I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm not going to be cooking eggs and bacon and sausage. I just literally load up and head back in the direction of Milton, Florida, so I can, if I break down, at least I have time to try and figure out a plan so I'm not late for work. I guess that's called responsibility, uh, lack of nutrition. But I have a feeling there's going to be a whole lot of lack of nutrition tonight. So, man, it's kind of crazy, kind of crazy. But the cool thing is, even though I'm famished and angry, it's so cool to be out. Man, I've been having it. Here's the other thing. Just realized as I'm getting shooting pains in my back, probably because of the cot I have to sleep on. But I've been having terrible spasms in my back. This may sound crazy, but I often, when you watch things through life, especially on YouTube and stuff like that, sometimes when you experience strange pains like that, it could be, to like some type of growth in your back, like a tumor or something like that. So I've been praying it's nothing like that for a long period of time, probably, I don't know, probably at least a month or so. I was having extreme pain with the digestive system, and it was literally unbearable. But fortunately, that part has gone away. I still have the spasms in the back. I know everybody's going to say, go to a doctor, do this, do that. Homeboy don't have home health care. I don't have any of those things, and all they do is send you more bills, and it's kind of crazy. I had free health care allegedly, never used it, and all of a sudden they started sending me bills for like $400. So that United Healthcare is definitely a racket. Not sure if you guys remember, but somebody took out the CEO of United Healthcare. I guess he was disgruntled with their their system. And after that, since I knew I was on the same policy, so I thought that the healthcare program. And when you look at their numbers, it was crazy. Like it was like, don't quote me 100%, but like 40 or 45% of any of your claims would be denied, and the next closest, it might even been higher, to be honest with you. But if you check the chart on the different healthcare companies, like the next amount of denied claims were like almost cut in half versus United Healthcare. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of faith in healthcare system because now it's going to be what's going to happen. I already know. They're sending me all these invoices for a bill, and healthcare medical bills are not supposed to be able to be reported. But if they sell the medical bill to a collection agency, they can report it. And I'm pretty damn sure. I used to check my my credit score like almost every day or every other day. I haven't checked it in a year because it's just going to depress me more. Once I had very good credit. I was considered a worthy citizen by a three-digit number. Now I'm just a blip on the screen. That probably never going to be remembered when I do perish. But here I am trying to make the best of a shitty situation, and that's the reality, man. I just This week's going to be horrific because I know the struggles ahead. It's going to be literally like ramen noodles all week and just crap like that. I'm trying to put fuel in the van, have air conditioning, and then I know homeboy that owes me money is gonna, dodge me, evade me. I think he knows I don't work weekends, so he's probably been popping into the store. He used to pop in there every day. So the amount of money he owes me is not a lot of money, but it could help me for a couple days. Not too thrilled, just because he's just kind of violated a trust factor there. Uh, he's a disabled American with a prosthetic leg. So I try to be more compassionate, but there's obviously some issues going on there by his own statements. But man, it'd be so nice to find a. I hate going to these people I don't even know asking for a lighter. I wish I can remember where I threw that lighter. That could solve a lot of my problems right now. And this phone issue not charging, and had so many problems with this phone lately that it's very discouraging. But let me not try and be a Debbie Downer. Let me try and be some sunshine to my peoples out there. I did bring out this cold beer that is probably pretty warm by now. Man, I can't believe I can't find that lighter. Oh well. My friends, do the best to stay happy. You know what I mean? Just all you can do is live and just live until you die. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. My closing statement. Live until you die. Peace.